Morning. Welcome to Satisfactory. Yesterday I ended up doing a bunch of stuff and getting a lot of plans made, but then really didn't end up doing much of anything. And I forgot to do the math on this. I was going to sit down and figure out what I was going to do next, but I think I'm just gonna try and get some stuff done. I've got lots of bits of pieces started, but nothing concrete. So I think what I might do is get what I have done already piped up to the main storage base, and then figure something out from there. I'm going to need, so this is gonna be center output is going to be anything, and then no, I want to fill the storage first, so I'm going to do the left part. Left is going to be any. The center is going to be none, and then the right output is going to be overflow. What did I have for this? So overflow is this way, this is there, so hate when I don't plan things out properly, so I end up coming up with great ideas long after they're actually I'm able to actually do them, because I end up getting so far at building stuff that I don't actually end up having space or the or I've just built so much that I don't want to build anything else. Is that there? Like, I don't want to destroy. It was bad enough that I ended up redoing, like, I had everything all nice and neat, and then I ended up and then I ended up having to pull apart the whole factory just to, because I had a better idea of the way that I wanted things to be. Speaking of which, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna have to do... It is now going to be here. But I must say, this layout is... Oh, I messed that up. Wait, what? Oh, that was a Mark. That was a Mark 1 belt. Or lift. So yeah, that's silly of me. Oh, this is Mark 3 here, so that's good. Yeah, I have a habit of just like building as I go and then figuring out a great idea afterwards. Which then I have to figure out some complicated process to make up for the fact that I didn't think things through. Like this, because I don't know how I'm going to end up getting all the belts in here. I mean, I just utilize the ceiling belt and the ceiling mounts. Should be fine. Nope, that's definitely not it. There. That's got it. How do I do this? Going through the middle is probably the worst idea I've ever had. gonna be so chaotic. Should be fine. And it gets things done, so that should be good. Alright, so we've got this working. That's 2 things done. It's not the prettiest, but it should be fine. I mean, I've got all the belts being hidden, so it shouldn't matter how chaotic as long as it's working. At least at the moment. So now the great debate of what to do next. Those are working just fine. So I need to figure out. I don't necessarily need to replace this. This can just, or reuse some of this stuff. It can just be as is. I think for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do a merger here. Like that. Yeah, so overflow is center output. center output. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I've got lots of iron ore all over this map. So, and just looking at it from this perspective, I've got those two, as of right now, are just using 120 ore conveyors. I've got a 240 right here. Oh, whoops. You know what? What did I? Oh. Yeah, I didn't actually unlock that stuff. I was just thinking, now would probably be an ideal time to start doing a more permanent hypertube hub, or at least hypertube something, so that this is not my only hypertube. What was I doing? I was doing this, so I need to do, I want to see, so floor holes are only one, wall attachments are that, so I should have enough, because I have one ticket right now. So theoretically, because right now, the only thing I really need is to be able to go between floors. I don't need to go everywhere. As the factory grows, I'm probably going to need something like, I'm gonna need some wall supports. I'm gonna need something that ends up going through walls so that I can go to other ends of the factory. But for right now, so this would be center. That would be there. We're going here, like that. Oh, they don't work that way. hypertubes don't really like tight bends. So let's do that there, I guess. So one of the things that I'm going to have to figure out here is I'm going to have to figure out how to link up the power. Because number one, there's no power here. Uh, The other thing is that I would like to be able to do something that's a lot more clean. You know what I mean? So especially when I end up reaching a point where I'm going to have to reset power, I would like to have a central spot in which power generation ends up being a lot easier to work with. So I've got these here. So these allow me to turn power on and off, so I can have power in and power out. So, like, I can do this. I don't really want to do something temporary, but at the same time, I don't think I have the luxury. Boy, it would be really nice if I ended up having a hypertube to go up there. like I can do this. Like that. Yeah, obviously I'd like to get something that is a lot cleaner, so like this would end up being like this, and then I'm just gonna put this here. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What am I going to do with you guys? So my main power is coming off of here. So if I do that, how far can I go? Up to here, which is fine. And then, like, like that. It's close to what I want. So yeah, so I've got main breaker here. And then I can turn on, and this is gonna be Hyper 2 hub. And that gives me power there. And then this can be like this. Which then goes to like another central thing here. Because this is gonna end up going to there. See, I don't get it. This power is still fluttering, and I ended up fixing it. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe maybe it's just a coal thing. Maybe if I end up getting away from coal, it should be fine. I don't know. Well, I think another thing that's going to have to be sooner rather than later is going to be... Oh. I need to get concrete. I need a better way of doing concrete. Because with the amount of building that I'm going to end up doing, I need a way of... See, I've got a really good amount of iron plate being produced. And as much as I've got a decent amount of concrete being made, I'd like to get it up off of the temporary spot that I've got it in. I think here, maybe? But I need to focus, which is 99.9% of all of my problems. let's finish this one floor at a time. I think that right here is awesome. I've got a lot of space, so I think what I might do is, since most of the ore comes in from the outside, especially here, having the conveyor the conveyors on the outside of the building rather than the middle might be beneficial. Because there's a lot more space for that. Whereas something that doesn't require a significant amount of space to expand, like the electrical system, might be more beneficial to be in a central location. This is gonna... So this is going to be... Oh, and I'm not centralized on a... So, there are two things that I need to be able to do on this spot, I think. One is... I need a way of... Player is in the way. Why am I in the way? How am I in the way? There we are. need a way of being able to get around the facility in a central location when I have no power. This is a problem. And that is going to have to be stairs. As much as I hate to admit it, it's gonna be necessary. Can't place that. That's annoying. Now, I know I've got the stairs over at the other spot, but when power goes out and you don't have any hypertubes, and the only way to fix something is to go to another floor or another part of the facility, I need to have a way of getting there, and if I don't have that, then I'm going to have severe issues. So I am going to set up a set of stairs here that will allow me to access the base if power goes out from anywhere, virtually anywhere in the base. Boy, it would be really nice if I had concrete, but I don't want to. See, my issue is I don't want to start randomly running around. I want to get some stuff done, but at the same time, it's like all the groundwork that I need to be able to get this stuff done isn't there. I've at least got something being produced, so it's not that big a deal. Or minor inconvenience at this point. Alright, so with that said, I think that amount is good for now, so 8 there. Alright, so I need a way of accessing this. So this is gonna be here. Whoops. Oh, so annoying. Alright, so that's that. Let's finish this here. Do I have enough for this left over? I do not. Oh, which means I need to go take another trip all the way to there. You know what? I think it might be a good idea to come over here. Get rid of that. For right now, I'm gonna dump that there. I'm gonna dump that there for now. But I think I'm gonna have to take a break for a couple of minutes, so I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, well, I think that I am going to get rid of a couple of these things here that I'm not going to need, and give myself a little more breathing room as far as building. The other thing that I am going to do is oh, I didn't realize I could do that. Oh, that opens up so many more possibilities. I am going to, with all of the chaos that I've got going on, I really need to rethink the way that I'm doing this. And I think that I am going to start with a list. This is going to be my whiteboard. So I'm going to do this. And we're going to start here, like this. And like that. Put a bunch of them here. Like this. And I'm gonna get rid of these because I think I'm getting too far ahead of myself. In that I think that I'm trying to think so far ahead that I'm getting lost. So I'm gonna leave this here as is. I'm gonna clear out this. Don't really need that. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do that. And this is gonna be my first item listed. So research setup is done. I'm gonna leave this there. So this is taken care of. So I need to get the hub relocated at some point. No, the space elevator. Yes. But it's not a high priority. It's not a huge priority on this. I think that the setup on this is fine. I am going to need some additional things for the... I'm going to list this here. Unlock additional foundations. I'm going to list this here, even though it's somewhat beyond my control. I want to remind myself that that is one of the goals that I need to do. Specifically because a lot of the things that I want to be able to do, like in here, I can't do right now because of the fact that I don't have the necessary foundations unlocked. So I need to have this be a priority because a lot of this stuff is going to end up remaining unfinished until I end up doing that, and then I can start building a lot of that stuff. At some point in time, I need to why is that not listed? Not listed as equipment. Well, that seems like an oversight. There's no hard drives images. Well, that's silly. Well, I guess this is gonna be this. Oh, no, 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 hey, yeah, there. I'm going to list this. I want this as a list item because I need to remind myself that at some point in time I need to do a serious exploration run to be able to get additional hard drives unlocked and additional alternate recipes done. This is going to be more critical once I finish the current milestone that I'm working on, which is oil processing. Because with oil processing, I unlock the refineries, and with the refineries, I unlock the potential to be able to use a lot of the better ingot recipes, which involve taking in ores, taking in water, and it produces a lot more ingots than I would normally end up being able to do if it was just if I was just relying on the smelters and the foundries. So that's got to be on the list. What else is there? Should I list the milestones separately? I think I'm gonna list these. I want to? Do I want to do this? I'm thinking too granular at this stage. What am I going to do on this? So I've got the research area done. These are a future thing. It's going to take me time to do. So it's not going to be a today thing. I need to get... I need reinforced iron plate production. I need... need copper wire production. And I can redo some of these, so as I check them off, I don't necessarily need to keep them here. So stuff like this, instead of just checking it, or I can check it off, but then I can redo it and switch to an unchecked status on this. So I'm gonna reuse a lot of this stuff as I'm doing it. Other stuff where it's a significant milestone, I'm gonna keep them here, like this. This isn't necessarily a significant milestone. It is, but it's not something that I necessarily need to keep here. Whereas setting up this is also a kind of a reminder that as much as I set this up, I haven't finished cleaning it up. So I think I'm gonna keep this here. So let's keep going though. I need cable production. Well, you know what? Wire and... I wish I could do more than one copper wire. I think I'm going to do this together, because they kind of go hand in hand. Like, copper feeds into the cable. So I'm going to list that as the same, whereas sheets, copper sheets, are different. So I'm going to need this for two things. One is if I am going to run water lines, I'm going to need copper sheets production. The other side of things is once I unlock oil processing, all the pipes need copper sheets, which means that all of the piping that I need to be able to do oil processing, I'm going to need a lot of copper sheets. So this is useful to have. Now, this I think is something that I have to kind of consider sooner rather than later, because the two things that I need the most for building the base itself is concrete and iron plate. That's too much. There we go. That works. So what else do I need? That's kind of secondary. I've got enough power at for the time being. Once I unlock oil production, I am going to need I'm going to need a basic oil processing setup, because a lot of the recipes that I want to be able to go towards are going to need either rubber or plastic. And as well, rubber and plastic are going to end up being needed for some of the hard drive unlocking. So I think that's a good next step for that. I can't think of anything else at the moment. Yes. I am going to need this. So yeah, this is a lot in one task, but I think that it's necessary because it all goes hand in hand. The ultimate goal is that I need to get. I've got a basic setup right now that is producing pipes and steel beams, which is good, but it could be way better. And as well, right now, if you look in the upper right hand corner, one of the things that I need in order to unlock oil processing is industrial steel beams. So that's necessary, and a lot of the stuff that I guess I don't need it specifically. Yeah, this needs it. And this. I need motors. I also need other things like I think I'm going to append to this rotors. I'm kind of latching that on there because I need to consider those at some point as well. What other things do I need? I've got a lot of temporary processes in place that are good enough, I think. At this stage, I don't use enough quick wire to worry about it. And the other side of things is with quick wire, the alternate recipe for being able to generate Caterium ingots that we need to unlock with oil processing and with getting some hard drives is way better and can open up a lot more additional recipes after that. So I think that I'm not going to worry about that for now. Concrete, on the other hand, is something that we need to pull off of a temporary situation sooner rather than later for two reasons. One is the fact that concrete feeds into a lot of the building process that we have for the basic base. I've already got the iron plate that I need for it, but I'm going to need a considerable amount of concrete. And it would be nice to have it in a central location so that I can pick up all the materials that I need all in one place. The other thing that it feeds into is encased industrial beams. For the basic one, for the encased industrial beams, I'm going to need concrete, but even the alternate recipes still need concrete to be able to do it. So either way, concrete is needed in order to move forward. So I think this is a good plan of attack on this. I still haven't played around with blueprints yet. I'm gonna kind of throw it on the list here. If it was on the list, What's it called? Huh. So they don't have the building there. Oh well. All right. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm just kind of adding that to the list. So, a lot of this I can't really do. Um, because I'm waiting for something else to happen. I need to look at my list again. Because I don't remember what my list said. Alright, so what should be my next priority? I think if I'm going to... If I need to pipe stuff, I need... or to run conveyors, I'm going to need reinforced iron plate. I don't know how much I have. How much do I have? Not a whole lot. I've got a decent amount right now. And if I boost my production to use 270 lines, I shouldn't need as many. So I think that this might not be necessary immediately. Rotors and modular frames, I don't need a ton of them. And I've got a fair amount of them already. So I think that's good. So I think... Do I need copper wire and cable? How am I on copper wire and cable? Not bad. I think I'm alright on that. So I think the biggest thing right now is concrete. So I need to get a more permanent location set up for concrete. Oh, but I just remembered a couple of things that I need to... Sorry about that. Alright, I need... I'm going to... So... Central piping hub I don't really need. But... I do need... I need a hypertube hub. So, I'm going to deal with both of those as a single unit. It's not related, but it's... I can do it as two things in one shot. So, first things first, I need to... get this somewhere else. So I'm going to start here with having a temporary setup. So this is my concrete here. I need to get rid of all of this here. Now there is an alternate recipe that would be... Oh. Actually I'm just gonna get rid of all of this. I'm gonna get rid of all of this here. There's an alternate recipe that I really want to be able to get for concrete, and it's gonna be another one of those things where it's I'd really like to have it sooner rather than later, because limestone itself is somewhat limited, I've found. I've had a really hard time trying to balance getting concrete. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I went through all of that to try and streamline the process, and then I went and did that. Well, let's do this. I'm going to just do that, like that, so. One of these days it'd be nice to actually have a working brain. Well, it's cleaned up at least, so. Now we'll try this. The way that I wanted to be able to do it should have been in one shot, and then I didn't end up doing it in one shot. Because I have yet to have a functioning brain. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so I now no longer have a functioning concrete facility. Which is a problem. So it is something that I need to get done right now. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to go around to all of the concrete nodes that I currently have and I am going to upgrade them. So this is a 60, and it is now going to be a 120. So first gotta do all of this. Then this one is here like that. this is another 60. Which I'm going to double to 120. Which will give me 240. What if I did that? So hear me out. So I've got 120 coming from here and 150 coming from here. $120 and $150 is $270. Well, as it turns out, I'm going to do this a little nicer looking. I'm going to do this here like that. And then I'm going to do this here. So I've got 120 coming in from here. I've got 150 coming in from here. So 120 coming in here. And now I have 270. Well, guess what? A Mark III belt is not 2. So Mark I belts are 60. Mark II belts are 120. So it doubles, right? So you'd think that Mark III belts would double again from 120 to 240. But that is not the case because Mark III belts are 270 resources per minute, which means that 150 plus 120 is 270, which means that I am maxing out this belt, which is great because that means that I don't have to, I get an extra 30 from it without actually having to do a whole lot. Now, what am I at here for this? What am I, oh. Well, what is this? This is a 60, which means that if I end up doing this, I have enough. I think so. I'm just gonna make a bunch of these for now. I mean, I'm always gonna end up needing encased industrial beams, so I might as well just use up what the resources that I've got. Well, I think that's enough for now. If I find that I don't have enough, then I can increase it more. 300 per minute. That gives me 240. I don't think I'm gonna max out this line. What do I want for this? I think for the time being, I'm just gonna do that. And for this one, I'm just gonna come along here like this. Just try and set up something that doesn't have any clipping. Because this is not my ideal belt setup. But it's what I've got. Because my ideal belt setup is running steel frames along upper levels, and then so taking the ore and going straight up and then across into here is my ideal setup. But I don't have that luxury, so you know what? Trying to reuse stuff that I've already got, and not really building it correctly. So I got 270 and 240. don't... No, I think I'm gonna do... As much as I don't like wasting shards, to 270. See, that last one, I'm only using 50% of the shard, which is kind of silly, but at the same time, it's like, it's fine. The others, because what I'm worried about is what's going to end up happening after I end up doing this. So I'm going to end up dragging all of these lines all the way over here. And then I'm going to end up forgetting that one of them's a 240 and one is a 270. I'm either going to assume that both of them are 270 and calculate everything based on that, or I'm going to end up assuming that they're both 240s and not utilizing it enough. Which, I mean, isn't that big of a deal? It saved me feeling like an idiot. So I already have too many times that I end up feeling like an idiot. Most of my life seems to be spent feeling like an idiot. Well, this is as good a spot as any, I suppose. This is gonna be this one, and this is gonna be this one, and so this is gonna end up going to there, and this is gonna end up going to there, and they're kinda clipping, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Well, this isn't going to be here permanently anyways, because all of this is going to end up... I'm going to take this. And it's going to go direct into here anyways, so, like, this is going to end up being gone. In fact... Why don't I do that? Because, you know, I need more distractions. times when I wish I could dig out voxels like I can with like space engineers and stuff. Because I don't like this dune being here. And I don't want to have to move the entire factory up by like 1 or 2 blocks. Oh well. I also need to worry about how this is going to be powered. Sorry, I was distracted with that. I had to fix it. I don't know why. I just did. Um, that's not what I was coming over here for. I was coming over here for this because right now there is no power going to this. So I need to get this powered so that they start actually producing concrete, because what's the point in actually having concrete miners that aren't or the limestone miners that are not actually generating limestone? I would not be able to do anything. Alright, so that's that. So now I have 270 items per minute concrete coming in from outside. And it is going in to another floor. Alright. And I have stairs to the next floor up, which means I can actually go up a level Where's the door? This is a long way up. And another distraction because I am going to do this like that. And this is going to be like that. And then this needs to be like this so that I have something to actually put it on. So this here. Wow, this is... It's not right. That is... You know what? I am just thinking... this. I need a way to power all of these. Well, I also need a way of getting the power in and out. So what if I did this? No, wrong spot. Over to here. Replace this with this. Power, then to here. Then I can do this. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Because I can't, once I hit there, I can't actually go up anymore. That's fine. I'll figure something out later. That is a problem for future me. No. Whoa, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Apparently I didn't finish the floor here. There, done. Sort of. Now, the other thing that I need to consider is where am I going to put concrete production. Which is a very good question. One that I actually can't answer because I have no idea where the best spot to be for it to be. Because I mean, my initial requirements is just concrete. That's it. I don't need anything beyond that. Because I just need concrete. But I'm going to need to take that concrete as well and use it for other purposes, but there's nothing in... Oh, apparently I didn't finish the floor here either. So I don't need concrete in the iron production. Anything related to iron. Nor do I need it in any of the copper production, but I do need it in the steel production. So... if I have a dedicated steel production, then that means that I need to go from like as in the steel production that ends up taking up an entire floor and is separate from the iron materials production and the copper materials production. I need to go 2 floors up in order to start doing concrete. The other option that I have is that since steel uses iron ore, having this floor here be the iron ore starting point. So all the iron ore goes here regardless of where it's used, whether it's used in iron production or in steel production. So having 2 separate sections, one on the same floor, one is the iron and one is the steel production, and just make the factory wider. And in doing that, then I would end up having that be the I would end up having the iron floor also having concrete on it because it would feed into the steel production. So I don't think there's anything. I think there's a or a I think there is a quartz recipe line that needs. Look at that. It's amazing what you can do when you actually set up the whole production for it. I'm gonna grab a couple of these just since I'm here. Factory cart would be pretty awesome right about now. So I honestly think from an overall perspective, I think that having iron and steel in the same spot, the same general area, makes a lot of sense. And I like it from an ease of use perspective, just because it means less feeding into another floor. It takes less decision making from. So when I'm piping all of the iron lines, I don't need to think about it because it's only one floor that I need to pipe them to, and then after that it's just how they're utilized. And the thing is that I can also use an overflow method for the iron ore in that I can actually set up the iron ore or the iron production and the iron production and the steel production to kind of feed into each other. So if the iron production doesn't need any more iron ore, then there's no point in me what's the thing I'm thinking of? There's no sense in dumping low-level iron stuff into an awesome sink when I've hit the maximum number of items that I end up needing. Because as I get bigger and bigger tiers for the awesome sink, it's gonna need more and more parts or more and more points to be able to do the same thing, which is kind of an issue trying to use basic parts Like, obviously, ingots get me more points than iron ore. So if I've maxed out my ingot requirements, there's no point in dumping the ore into an awesome sink. I might as well dump the iron ingots into it. But if I'm like, iron plate would end up giving me even more, so why not, instead of that, putting the iron plate in there? Well, if the iron plate is also maxed out and I'm making reinforced plate, like if I'm making reinforced plate and I've maxed that requirement out, rather than dumping all of the iron plate, I might as well dump the reinforced iron plate. The extra reinforced iron plate, as opposed to all of the iron plate. So all I'm thinking is that rather than either just having the whole system stall or dumping lower level items into an awesome sink, just have a higher tier thing dump into. That's not what I wanted. Have a higher tier item dump into the awesome sink as opposed to a lower level one. Well, steel is the next step up from iron, so I might as well, instead of dumping iron materials into the awesome sink, having the steel ones dump into the awesome sink, which means that any overflow from the iron process, as in the iron ore, should feed into the steel process, and any overflow for the steel process would dump into the awesome sink. And then by extension, anything that overflows from the steel production as I unlock the higher tier can then go into that. So I can reuse what I have in order to feed into the process above it. This. So that's my thinking. So ultimate goal is taking the because right now I'm so I can do that. Well, that's awesome. So long story short, concrete is gonna go on the iron production floor because of its necessity to feed into the steel production recipe chain. Oh, actually, wait. Who's gonna do that? This is the next floor. The next floor is not iron. It's a miscellaneous spot. So what do I call this? I don't really have a place. Yes, I have lots of room to spell out miscellaneous, but I'm not going to because I have a really hard time spelling miscellaneous. And I am ultimately lazy, so I'm not going to do it. Alright. And one of the things that I was thinking of is I am going to set up two things here. gonna be really weird. And it's gonna be even weirder because it's gonna be here. The exit's gonna be here. So the idea is that in the central hub, to be able to get to the floors is you would just go in and go to the floor. Well, what if you want to go down a floor or up a floor when you're there? It seems silly to go all the way down to the main lobby. Like, if this was an elevator, it wouldn't make any sense to have the elevator go all the way down to the lobby so that you could go up to like the 7th floor. You're on the 6th floor, you get on the elevator and you go up to the 7th floor. Doesn't make sense to go down 6 floors in order to go up 7. It's just inefficient. So, what I'm thinking is that each of these will have 2 going up. Well, I mean, each one's going to end up having more going up, but there'll be an up and a down for every floor to go up and down between floors. So this is going to be the between floors one, and then each subsequent one is going to end up being from... Now, obviously, I can't mix and match, because, I mean, I could, but it seems kind of silly and not so much silly as a excessive use of resources, if that makes sense. Oh. Helps to power it. Speaking of power, how am I going to power this? Because I can't run this all the way outside anymore. And see, my issue is, that's kind of a flaw I see in this, because I haven't seen them yet, but we've got conveyor holes, floor holes, and we have hypertube floor holes. We've got pipe floor holes. There's no power floor holes, which seems like an oversight to me, because every other thing has both a wall and a floor junction. Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word.
you know what I mean. I can go through walls and I can go through floors with the conveyors. I can go through walls and I can go through floors with the hypertubes. I can go through walls and I can go through floors with the with pipes, but I can only go through walls with power lines. So unless I do which forces me to do clipping like this in order to do it, or run. See, if I could run it the outside, why do I need this? I'm out of crystals. That's pain. Because crystals are one of those ones that I really, it's a long ways away, and it's really annoying, and I'm gonna have to do it if I'm gonna want to keep track of everything. What was I talking about? Right. I have to clip wires through floors to do stuff, which is kind of annoying. Should build hypertubes out to that, but honestly, I don't actually. I forgot about that. Ah, right, yes. I've got a lot more resources at my disposal. Resources I didn't realize I had, or forgot that I had. Whoops. I'm gonna get all the way to the quartz facility before I actually am able to get out the tool that will allow me to get to the quartz facility faster. Oh, look at all of this limestone. What am I worried about limestone for? Well, there's a cave down here. Oh, I think I checked out that cave before, and it was full of very dangerous things that I didn't want to actually do anything with. gonna go with this, and I'm going to go with this. One of the things that I'm going to have to deal with sooner rather than later. Sorry, I just got sidetracked because I just realized something really awesome. One of the alternate recipes for quartz is taking quartz and water, like the quartz ore and water, and turning it into quartz. And I have that's a geyser, which means that I can use that for water. So I've got water source right next to, so that's going to be really convenient. That's definitely going to be one that I can make a remote factory to build the more basic stuff, and then pipe it into and then run the end result of of what I process into the main factory. But that's for later, much later. The other thing is when I was over there, I ended up doing the silica. I'm gonna pull this up here. I don't need this anymore. So I'm gonna keep this here for now. What was I doing? Concrete production, piped to warehouse. That's what I was doing. So I need to get concrete production. I have 270 lines of concrete. So this goes to the misc floor. This is the main hub. I don't know if there's a nice main hub. Sure, that's good enough. This is... Oh, come on. And then this is a great thing I know. Iron. Iron. And steel. Is that what I called it? Yep. Alright. So, I can go up here. I can go down here. I can go down to the ground floor. And I can go up here. Perfect. Alright. So I can go in and out and up and down and all around. Now, next thing I need to take into consideration is how much time do I have? I'm gonna go down to this floor here because I'm pretty sure that I need to go down here. Because these are my two link. There we go. That. So that's my concrete there. And I'm not doing hypertubes to the in-between floors because it's relatively easy to go in between. Like to go to the underside. Just by going down a flight of stairs. So it's not really, I mean, for that matter, I can just like take this floor out, hop down, and put the floor back in if I really wanted to. So not, whoops, that's not the right spot. So being able to go to the crawl space is not an issue. Oh. Yep, that's what I thought I did. Whoops. Oh. That's too far as well. Better. Alright. Try this again. I still need access to this crawl space, but like Yes, I am. That's weird. That is not in the right spot at all. So like I just need to go here and then, oh, cause I did that, yeah. No, I was just an idiot. Okay, well, I mean, not really a surprise. Nothing new. And there, and there. Am I running low on steel beams? I think I am. And that would be that. So I have concrete. No, I have the essence of concrete, which is limestone. I mean, in the game, I don't know whether that's like a fundamental thing that you need for. I mean, I think it is. Okay, so next thing. Why do I see red over here? Oh, right, yes, because I put them in as a placeholder. So, that is that. I don't want to go too far into using that. Concrete is... Concrete at this stage is not really complex. I wonder if using a blueprint is actually faster for building these floors than zooping. Because the blueprint floor, the blueprint footprint. Yeah, I think that's the word. Blueprint footprint. Say that 10 times fast. Isn't really that big. I don't even think it would do 10 blocks. I think it's only like 5 by 5. So I don't think it's all that useful for that. Alright, so concrete production. Concrete at this stage is very simple. All I need is a constructor. I need 45 limestone per minute to produce 15 concrete per minute. Now, do the math here. So 270 divided by 45 gives me 6. So for every 270 line, I need 6 of those. It is a very good thing that I ended up changing those into 270 lines, isn't it? Because the math works. Honestly, I did not plan that. I'd like to claim that I planned it, but nope. 3, 4, no, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there should be 12 right now. 12. Alright. So 270 divided by 3 is 90. 90 divided by 3 is 30. Which means that because of this, I can actually use splitters as to their full potential. Because why aren't you working? Because I can do I'm out of iron plate. Oh. Let's take our handy hyper tube down to the ground floor. We'll head over to the central warehouse and we will get a bunch of iron plate. I'm gonna need quite a bit, so I think that will be fine for that. I am going to need a few more of these just in case, and I will get some of this just in case as well. How am I at for wire? I don't. I think I'm alright, but I am going to need some more of these. It would be very handy if I actually had a proper production for it. Bringing this over to here because I am going to need power at some point in time. I really like running power to the ceiling. I don't know why. I find it so much neater and nicer and cleaner and whatever. Um, okay, well, I'm just looking at the timer and I have just hit the 3 hour mark, which unfortunately, I think that is going to be all that I have time for today. Because, you know, life and stuff. Because life doesn't revolve around playing video games. Yeah, I know I'm not convincing, am I? Um, so I'm going to finish this here first. And so that the next time I look here, I can actually see that I've split this out, which means that it should give me a clue as to what I was doing. And actually, I'm just going to do this. 270 divided by 3 is equal to 90. 90 divided by 3, 30. So this should give me a clue. Um, and I'm gonna end it here for today. I'm not gonna do my usual like and subscribe screen at the end so that I can remember that I did this. So I hope that you liked the video. If you did, just give me a thumbs up. If you want to keep watching additional things as it comes out, please subscribe, and you will get I think the notification. You end up getting notified of additional things, but I don't know the full functionality of that. I'm still learning YouTube in general, so. But if you liked it, like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.